We've all met that one lacrosse player, the guy who somehow never loses the ball. You can throw him a pass in the worst situation and he catches it. Or he somehow runs through 10 slashes and gets a shot off. He zips the ball through the skip lane and rarely gets picked. Every coach, scout, and teammate love that guy. The one guy you can trust with the ball. He gets more touches, more opportunities, and more respect. But here's what's worse. Being the opposite of that guy. Being the kid that drops the ball. The one who's always stripped by defenders, or the kid who keeps throwing the ball away. Think about how many times you caught a pass, felt that defender in your gloves, and panicked. It's common for most lacrosse players. But here's the secret. It's not just stick skills. There's a psychological element to ball protection that most players never train. The best ball handlers in the world, guys like Jeff Teat, Connor Schellenberger, or Pat Cavanaugh, look calm even when two poles are hacking them. It's because they don't think their way out of pressure, they feel their way out of it. And science backs this up. Under pressure, average players' brains light up with panic, overthinking every option. Whereas elite players, their brains stay quiet. Their bodies react automatically, cradling, rolling, and absorbing checks without hesitation. That's the retention mindset, and you can develop it. Yes, fundamentals matter. Cradling, keeping your head up, and shielding with your body. These are things you should be practicing on your own. But the real secret is training your nervous system to stay calm when chaos erupts. Because players see a defender coming, and immediately their brain starts calculating. Should I pass? Should I shoot? Should I dodge? They panic. Meanwhile, the best players bypass that thinking entirely. They feel where the pressure is and move accordingly. It's like having a sixth sense for danger. But how do you develop this sense? How do you train something that feels so natural? It starts by understanding what pressure actually is. And pressure is just information. It's data. It's your environment that's telling you where you can and can't go. Pressure isn't your enemy. It's a signal. And it's a clue. But speaking of playing under pressure, if you've ever tweaked your ankle playing lacrosse, then you know how much it messes with your confidence. Which is why you need the Taeko Athletic X Brace, the only athletic ankle brace that fits over your cleat. It's easy to put on, comfortable, and most importantly, provides insane ankle support. But it's not just me saying it. Arden Cohen of the California Redwoods said Taeko brace allowed him to play 2 days after sustaining a high ankle sprain, and it literally saved his athletic career. And the numbers back it up. It's biomechanically proven to deliver 2.4 times the stability of traditional in-shoe ankle braces, while still letting you explode off that foot, change direction, and play at full speed. And after trying it out myself, I couldn't agree more, because the last thing you want to do as an athlete is re-injure your ankle after a sprain and get stuck in that frustrating cycle of rehab, recovery, and hesitation, especially in lacrosse. Because no matter what position you play, this game is built on speed, agility, and footwork. You're either cutting, dodging, sprinting, or backpedaling. Heck, even goalies are coming out of the cage to try and score. So if you're recovering from injury or just want peace of mind every time you plant and push off, check out the Taeko Athletic X Brace. I'll drop the link below. Big thanks to Taeko Brace for sponsoring this video and for building gear that keeps lacrosse players playing. But hopefully you can avoid injury altogether by knowing exactly where your body's moving. And that's where kinesthesia comes in, your internal GPS. Kinesthesia is your body's sense of positioning and movement. It's what allows you to control your limbs without looking at them, and it is everything when you have the ball. It's what lets you roll dodge with the defender draped on your hip. It's what lets you feel a trail check coming without even seeing it. It's what lets you absorb contact, keep balance, and still deliver a pass. But here's the problem. Most players don't train this. Most players practice in isolation. They hit the wall for their stick skills, they shoot a bucket of balls after practice, they do footwork drills with cones. And yes, these drills are great for improving your fundamentals. But how come during an actual game, it's 10 times harder to actually pull this off? It's because your shooting, dodging, and passing mechanics all change when under pressure from a defender. You have to train this. So here are some drills you can use to dial in your kinesthesia. First, grab a stick and gloves. Always practice with your gloves on. Second, you'll need a partner. If you don't have a friend around, give your dad a stick and tell him to get in the backyard. And third, try these drills. First is ground ball pressure. Empty a bucket of balls and practice running through and scooping a ground ball while someone checks your gloves. One little check can disrupt your ground ball pickup more than you think. Another is wall ball pressure. Find a wall or a bounce back, pass it off it, and receive the ball under pressure. Have your partner lightly check your gloves as you catch and throw, because in a game, a defender will be in your gloves. Another is shooting pressure. Practice shooting drills with the defender in your gloves. Just have your partner throw a light check to your stick or gloves as you shoot. One little touch can wildly disrupt your shot if you're not used to it, so practice shooting through pressure. The next is cradle pressure. pressure. While cradling the ball, practice leaning into your partner as he simulates defensive pressure. He can throw stick checks as you playfully roll or split dodge. We're not going full speed, we're just trying to practice maintaining possession with a defender on you. And lastly, small-sided scrimmages. Play in tight spaces. 3v3, 4v4, the lack of room forces you to field defenders and react instantly and protect the ball. This is why box lacrosse players have the best kinesthesia in lacrosse. Guys like Jeff Teat, Owen Hiltz, and Joey Spallina almost have a sixth sense for where the defender is at all times, which gives them a massive advantage as smaller guys going up against giant defenders. One of my favorite players to watch is Matt Rambo, because he's not the biggest or the fastest, but he is a master at shooting through pressure. Rambo made a living dodging from X to his left hand and shooting with heavy pressure on his hand and hips. It's actually exactly how he scored the game-winning goal in the 2019 PLL Championship, and it's how he scores most of his goals. But what can we actually learn from this that you can apply to your game? It's actually simple physics. Let me ask you this. Is it harder to knock over a pole or a pyramid? The answer is a pyramid, because pyramids have a wide base. So if a defender is pressuring you heavily, maintain a low center of gravity, stay balanced, and protect your stick. Some of the best ways to protect your stick is through a power cradle, which is when you keep your top hand higher on the shaft and cradle with more control. We see Rambo do this a lot. Or if you're moving with more agility, cradle your stick with one hand and protect it with your free hand. Just remember not to push off with your free hand. We see guys like Mikey Sowers do this more often. But at the end of the day, the best stick protection is your feet. So move in and out of your defender, keep dodging, or run away from pressure. But let's say your defender is a total animal and you just can't escape it. Then lean into pressure and maintain that wide base. This forces your defender to stop hacking at your hands because now he has to play your body. And by getting into this position, you can unlock a whole new set of dodges, like the rocker step or inside roll. Because if the defender doesn't play you absolutely perfect, he'll either overreact or underreact to your movement, allowing you to either free up a shot or use his momentum against him by inside rolling. Boom. Just like that, we're scoring goals. It's a beautiful thing, because not only are we protecting the ball better than ever, we're now scoring with more options. With stick skills, body control, kinesthesia, and what commentators call lacrosse IQ, you can elevate your game to new heights. But even after learning this, many kids still doubt themselves and feel like, I don't know if I can be like Jeff Teat or Joey Spallina. They feel like their lacrosse skills have a limit and are capped at a certain height. But that's why I put together an entire lacrosse confidence guide, where you can master the mental side of lacrosse and make the game feel effortless. It goes into confidence, resilience, and pressure-proofing your mind for success. I even threw in a built-in mindset journal as a bonus, so check that out in the description below. Because once you're locked in mentally, the entire game becomes so much easier to play, to the point where you aren't even thinking during games. You're just flowing in a complete and total flow state, dodging, shooting, scoring, and celebrating with your boys. The entire game becomes so much more fun when you get here. So click this video right here if you want to enter flow state before every game, because now that you know how to protect the ball, it's time you learn how to take over a game. So click it, because this one is over.